It's the Riot. Hi, this is our podcast. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Well, it's short and sweet and to the point, but
we
could
still
perhaps give a little bit more details.
I already gave my outro. I'm done.
That's all he can do for us today.
Sorry, that's all I got.
Okay, well, thanks.
All right, today's podcast. See
That's what you
did?
get.
See, I was trying to get out.
That's what you get.
I was trying to get out before it happened.
Right.
But you irritated it.
No, I think because you had such a bad attitude with it, then the
now
cough
we're name
came.
Calling. Now we're name calling. Now we're making accusations. Who are you to judge my attitude?
All right, easy there.
So today in the podcast, let's see. The Riot Pantry is getting too big. 10 million Nintendo Switches. A second season of The Punisher. Facebook executives are sorry. Sorry.
Still, like you said, billionaires, but sorry ones.
They're dabbing their salty tears with their $100 bills and then throwing them into the money fire. Okay, other stuff. There's another food fight in here.
A special edition that's 2 months in the making.
2 months in the making. Thank you, Postal Service. We've got, update on my MoviePass. Not good. And Hardees has a Christmas album. There's a lot of good stuff here.
Hopefully you enjoy it. Don't forget you can check us out at Radio U or Radio U Riot. Both of our Facebook pages are good places to either contact us, send us a story if you find something, or if we post anything extra during the show, it's located at one of those two pages.
Yes, indeed. Anything else?
Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Holly jolly Christmas, if you may. It's the Riot.
Baby's crying. Nails on a chalkboard. Your girlfriend saying, "We need to talk." The worst of the Riot. Yep, it really is that bad. On Radio U.
We got a problem again, guys. We didn't used to have this problem, and it's cyclical. It comes up.
Usually around holidays.
But we call it the pantry. Like, it's not even a pantry anymore. It's spilling out into a kitchen over here. Like, there is so much stuff.
We have so many wonderful food items that people bring us, but we don't have a chance to get through, and so they're still there. Like, we have our Riot Ugly Christmas Sweater Party on Facebook next Wednesday.
Come on, we do.
We've got our Riot Christmas Show next Friday, and we have a lot of food that we're saving for that.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing:
here's the kicker.
In the middle of all this, all right, like Chris has brought us peppermint Twinkies, which I feel like maybe we should just eat today.
We have eggnog Twinkies as well.
Yeah, we got that. We got Nikki bought us some popcorn. That flavored popcorn looks good. We still have Madison's bag here.
Oh, no, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
Yeah, of food from Denmark or whatever. I know. Okay, you know what my plan is for that? I've already decided. Come back the first week of January, and we're like, oh, life sucks. Nothing's fun. We'll do a Denmark taste test thing.
Okay.
So like a little international flair when we start our New Year's diets or whatever.
Perfect.
But here's the part that I think is hysterical. Like, you can mail stuff to our address, but we have a P.O. box. And somebody sent us something in October to the P.O. box, and somebody just got it.
We got it yesterday.
So we got this note here from Judy and Jenna in Wisconsin, and here's what they say. Hey, guys. Hope you're not done tasting pumpkin spice items.
Because, see, this was back in October.
Doesn't it feel like 1,000 years ago?
It does.
The idea of somebody being like, hey, we've got pumpkin spice, and you're like, wait, what?
And we're on to peppermint and eggnog.
It says, we found these at our local grocery store, Festival Foods. Enjoy and take care, Judy and Jenna. So
they're
Nikki,
pumpkin wafers, but we have to do something them. Yes,
about
I feel like we have to message them.
I feel like we owe them an explanation.
Because when we looked at it yesterday, Chris, who brought it in, he's like, well, that's interesting. He was like, October 24th, was it? And it's obviously not October 24th, and it hasn't been for quite some time. Yep. So I feel like the post office made a mistake with that one.
Yeah. But we have it. It's here.
So we'll taste test it today. I think we need to do that one.
You think we just need to do it?
I think we do. I don't think we need to do a big production. I think we just need to eat them. And then we need to message them our apologies that we just got their pumpkin package now that we're close to Christmas.
Okay, but doesn't it feel like we're totally lying?
No. We have a witness. Okay, we have someone who can back up our story.
Okay, because I just feel like two things. First off, I feel like we sound fat We're just like, okay, we got
the peppermint Twinkies tomorrow.
too many snack foods. Gotta eat them.
No, why don't you think we sound like we have a high metabolism?
That's okay. All right, we sound like we have a high metabolism. That's one. And two, we just sound like we're making stuff up like, dear so-and-so, we're so sorry. We're backlogged on all our snack food.
And we just got yours. No, we will try those.
Somebody at the post office didn't give us the pumpkin spice wafers. It's obviously not our fault.
Well, it's not, and that is a really bad amount of time that's passed.
Well, government agencies. They can get it right 20% of the time. We're pretty excited.
At least we got it, and I'm sure we should be thankful for that.
Well, it's Thanksgiving pumpkin spice, so yeah, you're right, Nikki.
You remember that time you started your morning with a gas station breakfast sandwich and immediately regretted it? Yeah, it's like that. The Riot. Radio U.
Nikki, I'm here going through a list from two sleep doctors from the University of South Australia giving us tips on how we could get better nights of sleep.
Yes.
We cover this a lot on the show for a reason. Because we come in here and talk about how tired we are.
And when we talk to anybody else, it's how tired you guys are. It's not just us.
No, it's not. And let's be clear.
Everybody is.
This is not on us. This is society. So I got a couple of things here we can go through, some of which you've maybe heard before, but I'll leave this to you. They say when you wake up, you should seek bright light.
Yeah.
We got a bright light in here right now.
We have one of those.
Been awake for a few hours. We got a bright light.
The a light box, a light therapy box,
lamp. Yeah, got that.
Christmas trees add a nice extra light to the studio
Proceedings. So how about this? No light before you fall asleep.
So, like, turn your phone off, basically. They always say that.
Phones, tablets, laptops, TVs.
The glow and the light will just keep you up.
They say none of that. Don't eat or drink 2 hours before bedtime.
Sure.
See, I don't buy into that because I'll tell you what, a plate full of pancakes.
And you're out. That's that food, though.
30 minutes and you're good to go.
Who's making pancakes at like 11 or 12 at night?
Well, Nikki, that's why you have to be a food prepper. You get all your food ready in the evening, and then you just go get a little baggie, put it in the microwave.
Sure. So
and you've got, pre-bed pancakes.
A lot of people prep food on Sundays, so you're saying make like 40, 50 pancakes for the week.
Pancakes for the week. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, you don't want to eat I've seen people pick up a pancake, eat it like a cookie. The syrup is important because it has a lot of sugar. That's going to help your blood sugar crash, which is going to help you get to sleep.
Finally go to bed.
Mm-hmm. No wine or beer at least 4 hours before bed.
Really don't think you're supposed to drink or eat anything like after 7.
You know what? I'm drinking water. Screw them. They're like, you might have to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom.
Okay, I can handle that. But they're saying if you want a peaceful night's sleep and not wake up.
Is it unpeaceful? Is the bathroom it's a rough place?
Well, for some
there are people hanging out, punching me. Like, what are you doing here, kid? This ain't a place for you.
Some people might not be able to fall back asleep. Because then you're like, I'll pick up my phone because I'm awake.
Nope.
And then before you know it, it's time to get up.
They say you should de-stress and unwind before bed. Warm bath or maybe read a book. They say not on your tablet. They say grab a paperback. Maybe some warm milk. Avoid exercise and any kind of video games.
I heard that.
No, I know that's true.
No, they're just like all the time. They're like, just avoid it.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
And they say a routine. Stick to your routine. So, like, that means on the weekends, you're like, party! And they're like, you should be getting up around the same time and going to bed at around the same time. So, hey, just want to say thanks to those doctors from South Australia for killing all the fun. And thanks to the Riot for reminding us about pancakes, your gateway to a better night's sleep.
Will someone please, on a weekend, prep pancakes for us for not to eat for us, but let us know you've done that?
Oh, we can't eat them during the show because that's the end of the show.
And then put them in the little food things?
Well, yeah.
With some bacon, some eggs or something, and that's your food prep?
It's a perfect nightcap.
The Worst of the Riot box set is now available nowhere because we know you wouldn't want it anyway. It's the Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
So Marvel has announced with Netflix that they're going to do a second season of The Punisher.
Ooh.
The Punisher season 2.
Now let's see. We heard about the new Jessica Jones. That was over the weekend.
Yeah, that's in March when that's going to premiere.
We were talking just off air yesterday too. The Punisher just felt like no one talked about it.
I felt like I didn't hear a word. All of my comic book friends, people I don't actually know but I follow on Twitter, none of them mentioned the Punisher.
And you normally hear about the Netflix Marvel shows.
Huge buzz. And now the only thing I could think was this, is that the Punisher hit was at like Friday the 17th of November, I think, and I was traveling. And a lot of times Netflix buzz lasts a day or two and
like
it's completely
weekend.
gone. And so because I was traveling, I thought, you know what? Maybe I just didn't have my nose in Twitter enough, and therefore I missed the Punisher tweets. Like maybe they were out there and I just didn't see them.
Because I assume they would not continue that one if it did not do well enough. So what's well enough? That's why I just wish they'd release numbers.
Exactly what you just said.
Tell me something, please, Netflix.
Did anybody enjoy this show?
Punisher.
Are people watching it? Does it matter? I have absolutely
well, and
no
then
idea.
Netflix, people finally started to get annoyed with them because they were doing their clever tweets. Over the weekend, too, about,
those.
like if you're watching the Bee Movie every day or who's watching the Christmas Prince and all that. And people finally were like, hey, you shouldn't be bringing that up.
How many people are watching Daredevil? That's what we want to know.
Tell us the actual numbers, not these things.
Was it 30? Was it 30 million? How many people watched that?
I just want to know.
Somebody tell us.
Ugh, fine. So when is the new Punisher coming out?
We don't know. They haven't said when. Eventually, something, whatever. So they say this is from the Nerdist. Clearly, Netflix wants to keep the superhero train running after the highly anticipated Defenders series flopped. I mean, did it flop? We don't know.
Who knows?
Nobody knows.
Who can make that statement?
Who knows? Like, even though we didn't like it, and the last one and a half episodes were garbage, I still watched them. I didn't cancel my Netflix subscription. What are they looking for here?
Like, you're just glad to get something.
Yeah, I watched it. So the Punisher, I thought I would really like because I enjoyed his presence in Daredevil season 2 so much. But that's when I started realizing that I like the Punisher as a supporting character.
Maybe not its
Maybe
own.
I'm not necessarily that interested in a full series.
And I think we have to be okay in the future with knowing that sometimes you might not be a standalone character. You might be supporting. Because you have to have someone lift you up.
You know, Nikki, sometimes one of the greatest realizations in life is that it's not all about us.
That's right.
It's all about me.
Not enough to get your own series.
Yeah, I don't need my own series. I share it with Nikki. I'm a supporting character to Nikki.
But now you get 2, so the Punisher gets another one.
So I figured I'll probably watch the Punisher.
If you get bored enough at Christmas break, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, that's the compliment they're looking for.
That's all they hope for. They don't care if you like it. They just want you to watch it.
I think the actor that they have playing the Punisher is great. I thought he was great in Daredevil season 2. And I've watched one episode of the Punisher, but I haven't watched any more.
So what's the Will Smith thing? It's next week. Next Friday. Yeah, still looking forward to that.
Yeah, I watched a trailer for that probably over the weekend, and it looked better than I remember. And maybe it was just because I watched it on my TV. I casted the YouTube video to my TV.
Did you know?
And watched it on TV.
Oh, that's so
looked
kind of
very
you.
Good.
So I guess we'll find out. That's I guess the next thing I'll watch.
I'll tell you what sucks, though. El Camino Christmas. Worst movie ever.
Just a reminder. That's Obi's holiday reminder.
Every time anybody talks about movies, I think for the rest of the year, I'm just going to throw in there that is maybe one of the worst movies ever.
In case you're like, well, I'm bored. What should I watch? He'd actually say watch The Punisher over that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a given.
Wish the worst of the riot would never end?
Everything that has a beginning has an end.
What is wrong with you? Get our daily podcast through iTunes, Google Play, or the Radio U app.
Nikki, you bought a Nintendo Switch.
I did, and you have one too.
I've got a Nintendo Switch. Everybody's getting a Nintendo Switch.
Now, if you don't have one and you're like, that's not a true statement, and don't you feel pressured, okay?
No, not pressured, but Nintendo just announced that they have sold 10 million Nintendo Switches.
And that is actually bought, or we're talking like sold to stores?
No, I believe that is sold through, meaning that people have them in their hands. Mm-hmm. So the 10 million mark is always, I don't understand why, really, but it's always a big deal for consoles.
Maybe that's when it starts to turn around and they're making more of a profit.
Well, Nintendo never sells at a loss. That's like one of their things. They're profitable from
That
their
sounds
first...
like something I would see on their wall when we walk in to tour Nintendo.
At least that's what I've always been told. Like
Sure.
Nintendo never sells their consoles at a loss, which is something that Microsoft and Sony often do.
Cannot say that.
Mm-hmm. And so they say, let's see, that's 1 million every month since March. And they've managed to do that in just over 9 months. And according to Engadget, they say that it sold faster than Sony's PlayStation 4. Now, of course, the PlayStation 4's got like a 3 or 4 year head start. So there are more PlayStation 4s out there. But right now,
Compared to when it was actually selling.
there is a lot of momentum there for the Switch. So that is something. Yeah. And you know what? They've got 2 of the best games ever on that console, helping
Zelda.
push it. Think about this. A Nintendo console, and you have a new Zelda and a new Mario. That is a hard combination to beat.
I definitely have to go back and keep playing Mario, though, since I played through the main part of it. You know, now you can go back and just keep getting all the moons that you want. But I feel like once I beat the main part, you're like, oh, yeah, I got to remember to keep going back.
Yeah, there's a ton of fun there that I haven't really gotten into yet. And I've got the DLC for Zelda, but I've been letting one of my roommates play instead of me, and they have... Okay, I got an Xbox One X, so I'm over there playing Destiny 2, and they're over there playing the Switch, and I'm just like, you know what?
I want to go over there.
I'm going to snag that.
Let's just switch.
At some point, this kindness is going to run out, and I'm going to grab that and run away. But you know what? It's fine. You play. You keep playing it. I'll play through Destiny 2 again. But there's a lot of fun in Destiny 2 as well.
Well, congratulations, though, Nintendo, since that, again, like you mentioned, is the big mark.
It is a big mark. One of my friends that worked for Xbox, that was one of their big things. They're always racing
Once
Sony.
they went to 10 million.
They're always racing Sony to 10 million consoles. And so it has something to do with having an install base. And if I was a smarter person, I would enlighten you.
We got your question of the morning coming up. Your chance to win some Riot gear.
Uh-huh.
What will the question be concerning? You'll have to wait and see.
Well, stuff and people and things.
Maybe Nintendo.
Geography.
The worst of the riot. Proof that you're already living in that dark future dystopia. Radio U.
Kind of amazed at where society is right now. That the FDA has had to issue the following statement. Could you guys please stop sniffing chocolate?
Oh, wait, what's wrong with that? I mean, especially if you're trying not to eat it, but you still want to enjoy the smell of it. It's actually not too weird.
So here's where we're at. The FDA has issued a warning letter to Legal Lean, Lean, saying that Coco Loco, which is what it's called, and another product that they're marketing as drugs, they're like, hey, you can snort this cacao.
Oh, snorting it.
Yeah, and they're like, no. These are foods, and you can't do that. So Coco Loco contains guarana and taurine. That's what you get in Red Bull. Common energy ingredients. They're not approved for snorting. So the FDA is basically saying you have to stop. Oh, and by the way, that's bad for people that have any sort of breathing problems or asthma.
Yeah.
So
because they'll just get into your lungs.
They also say that Coco Loco encourages minors to use and abuse drugs.
It's a gateway.
So they're saying that snorting chocolate is a gateway.
Well, it could be because then you're more willing to try to snort something else.
Man.
I guess, if you want to say that.
I'll tell you right now, I just want you to know, as an American, stepping back, this makes us sound fat to the world. All right? Because here's what happens.
It's like, what drug problem do you have?
Our government has to issue a statement saying, please stop snorting chocolate. It's not enough now that we're like, the United States, the fattest country in the world. The United States eating lard for dinner. Our main export is our fast food restaurants. Supersize me. And then you wake up, where do you live in Australia? Maybe Japan. You pick up the paper, you get to the funny whatever section, maybe it's in your news feed, I don't know. But there's a story about Americans snorting chocolate, and it's like, there it is. Next thing you know, they'll just be injecting it right into their arm.
But I don't feel like it's just chocolate. Really, that's just a delivery device for the other stuff.
For what other stuff?
For all the
taurine,
energy stuff.
the guarana.
It's more for that.
Yeah, well, It could be, Nikki.
It's like when you were little and you used to snort pixie sticks.
Well, if you think about it, that's part of what they're actually saying. Like putting something up your nose that gives you lots of energy and makes you feel good. This is not a good precedent to set. This is where we need to start drawing some lines.
And I think they're worried because you would probably say to yourself, it's only chocolate, but really it's more or less what's with the chocolate.
I also love how grumpy old man it sounds. When I was your age, we ate chocolate. We didn't shove it up our noses. Get off my lawn!
You do sound very grumpy old man radio.
I love it so much. But seriously, guys, everybody's going to, we sound fat. Stop it. All right? That's what I'm concerned about. When we go to, international mixers and people are like, you must be the Americans here. Shove it up your nose instead.
Well, they get the wrong perception of us. We're not all snorting chocolate.
No.
Anybody snort chocolate today?
Look,
no, okay.
This waistline's from pizza and French fries. It's not from snorting.
That's not the drug epidemic we should be worried about. There's plenty of others.
I know, but okay. So just a heads up. It's not me. I say live how you want.
I say eat your chocolate.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to snort it. The other thing, can you imagine my nose snorting anything? It's a terrible idea. But if you want to go ahead and pass me one of those mints you got over there, a little chocolate drizzle.
Just have to keep my eye on you.
Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Chief,
Coffee and contemplation.
And the riot. Obviously. Radio U.
This is one where we have to say a big we're sorry to Judy and Jenna. Back in October.
That's crazy.
They shipped us these pumpkin spice wafers, and they never made it here.
Until yesterday, the box just sachets itself right on in the building.
Woo!
Is it pumpkin-y?
No, it's...
Well, wafer-y?
Well, okay, what's the... Would it be like nutmeg, maybe? What do you put in an apple pie? It has the
cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom.
Yeah, like that kind of the kind of spices and smells that you put in a pie, but it doesn't smell pumpkin-y to me. What's the company these are pumpkin wafers from?
They are Vortman Bakery. Real ingredients, really delicious.
Okay.
There's baked with real pumpkin obi, no artificial colors, flavors, or high fructose corn syrup.
Well, we all know that's a lie because high fructose corn syrup.
How are these still good then? If they don't have all that stuff in there.
So thank you to Judy and Jenna who sent these in.
We were so sorry when we saw them yesterday. We're like, well, it's not pumpkin season anymore, but
we should do something for them.
We should still eat them.
Okay.
I mean, of course these are gonna be good. It's a pumpkin wafer. Well, these are like the ones that they're kind of cardboardy. You know, the little wafer things.
I can like
Usually
those.
They're like a vanilla cream or something, but this one's pumpkin-y, very pumpkin-y.
Little
It's good.
hints of cinnamon.
Yeah.
And definitely nutmeg.
I think the issue is
A lot of nutmeg, actually. That's like all I taste.
My palate has moved on to Christmas
reset.
taste. Yeah, to reset to Christmas items.
It does feel weird to eat something pumpkin-y now.
It really does. Like it seems off, but still they taste delicious.
Starbucks told me I'm not supposed to have pumpkin now.
I'm supposed to have all the other flavors.
That's good.
I like wafers.
4 out of 5 would eat again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
As long as when you send them. Depends on what month they come in.
Yeah, and thanks again, guys, for sending that in. And I would just like to say that if you ever find yourself wanting to buy the Riot food or send it to us,
please give yourself plenty of time for shipping.
Well, and we try to make a point of eating everything you send us, and we want to make sure that we get a chance to do that. And we want to encourage you to keep buying and sending food to us.
That's right. If you ever want to check out more food fights, we post those at Radio U Riot on our YouTube channel. If you subscribe there, earlier this week we tried the Tabasco spicy chocolates. Those were good. Those are delicious.
I had another one yesterday, but just for funsies off the air.
Just for a non-food fight. That means you really liked it. But Judy and Jenna, thank you so much. Again, we're sorry that your package did not get to us until yesterday.
But the
one that you sent in October. But it's not our fault. It's the post office.
It's not on us or on you. It's on those anonymous blue uniformed individuals that are wandering your neighborhoods even now.
Not delivering items.
The part that keeps me up at night, we paid them for this. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
So, Nikki, I'm staring at my phone because, one, you bore me, obviously.
But that one cuts.
Hey, listen, that can't cut too deep because I know somebody else that stares at their watch all the time while I'm talking. So,
well, that's to get information for when we're talking.
What do you think this is?
What information are you getting?
Well, I'm playing around with the MoviePass app on my phone to see. Man, it's still doing that. They had a it's been frustrating and exciting. I signed up for MoviePass last Thursday. So what's that been? 6 days ago.
You get a card that allows you at various theaters to go see a movie once a day. For
and you pay
flat monthly fee.
I pay $10 a month. So I got my card on Monday and I was super excited. But from what I can tell, my card has not yet been activated. Like my card and my app have not
synced together,
overlapped. And I just got a message from somebody who actually said, yeah, by the way, that happened to me. She messaged us on the RIOT page, and then I closed it out because I'm an idiot. So thank you for messaging us.
That's at our Radio U RIOT Facebook page.
And she said that it took her almost 2 weeks for her card to activate.
That's frustrating. So there's nothing you can do about it? It's not like you call like when you get a new credit card?
I don't think so. And I'll tell you, I just hope it's not true because I've got some movie going to do this weekend, next week. In fact, it's one of the reasons I got it because I want to be able to go, like a couple of times next week and a couple of times in between Christmas and New Year.
Why don't you contact MoviePass?
I think I might.
I'm sure it'll go really smoothly.
Oh, yeah. They'll be thrilled.
They'll love to hear from you to answer the same question they probably answer with everybody else.
You know what? What if I go through their FAQ? See what that says. If they have anything for me.
Yeah, sure.
Why has my card not been activated yet? Shut up and quit asking.
You'll find out when it does.
That's not very nice.
Well, I know you were looking forward to going see lots of movies this Christmas, and that was the whole reason, like you said.
How do I activate my MoviePass card? Maybe this is what I need to do. Log into the MoviePass app with your email address and password. The app will then request the last 4 digits of your MoviePass card number. It didn't ask me that question.
Are you logged in?
Well, I can't believe it. I never check the FAQ on a website because it's loaded with useless information. And here I am in front of everyone learning something in an FAQ, which never happens.
Do you want to use my phone and download the app and go through the app stuff that way?
So you can start using my card?
I don't want to use your card.
I know what you're trying to do.
You said that your app on your particular Android phone was one of the phones where it gives you issues. I didn't know.
It gave me so much grief. And Nikki's like, put it in my phone and we'll see if it works.
You can delete it right afterwards, but at least that way it'll go through.
Let me keep your card for a couple days and we'll see if we can get it activated.
I'll hold it for you.
Look,
I was trying to be nice, and that's what I get.
Let Mama put it in her purse for a little bit, all right? Now, you don't get in Mama's purse, okay? So I'll be back in a while.
I'm just going for, 2 hours and 20 minutes.
I should be back.
Fine, I take it back. You may not use my phone if you need to download the app in a non-problematic way.
Man, I'm never getting to use this thing. Nothing ever goes right. Why can't I be a teen model?
No, you're like, he's joking. It's not that. Well, no, he does have these issues quite often.
Only for stuff I like. The stuff I don't like works really well. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Whatsoever. Like, you want to use this? Well, your phone, that's the one model we don't let it work with.
Ever wonder what Nikki is doing when she isn't rioting? Find her Twitter feed at riot.radiou.com. Obadiah's is there too, but who cares what he's doing?
Listen to a fascinating podcast earlier this year from Hardcore History that was a huge chunk of it was about nuclear proliferation.
Is that the one that was like 3 hours long or something?
Yeah, it was about the Cuban Missile Crisis, but to talk about the Cuban Missile Crisis, he went back and he told the entire story. Well, I mean, an overview of the race for atomic weapons and all the things that happened. And one of the things that happened that was fascinating is once atom bombs were created and then we moved into nuclear weapons and they became more and more powerful, there became a significant argument over how are they handled. So, do the generals get them as weapons just like they get tanks? The president doesn't authorize the use of a tank. The general uses the tank, whatever. But would generals be able to use an atomic bomb? So, they didn't use them in Korea, why not? And et cetera, et cetera. I'm getting somewhere with this, I promise. A lot of the guys that invented the bombs then came out and said, we can't do this. Mm-hmm. We have to stop. We are sorry that we made these weapons. We have to stop using them. We have to destroy them. I mean, and there's a whole history of all these scientists that came out after the nuclear weapons were created saying, we have to stop. We can't do this. Please don't use these weapons, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I feel like we have an odd modern-day parallel. Not in that it is a nuclear device, but there's this group of people that has started small and one at a time seems to be growing, and they seem to be going around saying, I'm sorry I made this. And these are former Facebook executives. They are going around. Here is another one. His name is Chama Palihapitiya. I know I'm getting it wrong, so I apologize in advance. He is a Facebook executive. He joined in 2007. He's been with the company for about 10 years, and he left. It was late last year or early this year. Mm-hmm. And he now says that he feels tremendous guilt
because of
over
being
what he created.
What's his reasoning for that? Like, I get why, because, the former executives think, like, Facebook, what it's now has grown into, is not what it basically was in the beginning, and how it's almost trying to take over literally everything in your life.
Well, let me give you a quote from him, see what you think. He says, I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. The short-term, dopamine-driven feedback loops we've created are destroying how society works. He says that the hearts, likes, and thumbs up have led to no civil discourse, no cooperation, misinformation, mistruth. And it's not an American problem. It's not about Russian ads. It is a global problem.
That's a big statement.
Big statement. And it's fascinating. I do think that it is often worth taking a look at how we use Facebook and Snapchat and whatever, and how you have to understand that the way it is currently built, it's not an accident the way it works. They literally have brought in psychologists to figure out a way to keep you staring at it all day long, because the longer you stare, the more ads you see, the more dollars are made, and the more they can keep you tied into that system, the better off they are. But I do think, this is another thought I had with the Roy Moore thing yesterday, the election that took place in Alabama, is just looking at it, I feel like this next election cycle is going to be insane to watch, because this last one, there have been a lot of allegations floating around. There's still a lot of misinformation, like what happened, what didn't happen, whatever. But like, how are you going to figure out who to vote for in the next election? Who can you believe? Because we're coming to a place where it's not so much about, what has been proven. It's just about what's being said. And I mean, we had that with... We definitely had in the last election, but I think we've only seen, this is tip of the iceberg stuff. It's going to get insane. It is going to get insane. And I think he's right. I think that social media is, we can't avoid it. I like it. I like Facebook, but the implications for it continue to be huge. And I'm amazed now that the people who have made it feel sorry they made it. Mm. That's crazy when you think about it. The people that made it are sorry. What? And they're bajillionaires, by the way. They're sorry and rich. It's easy to be sorry when you're rich, I guess, but dang, right? There's something crazy that the people that made this feel a responsibility for it, and they are sorry for what they've done. What?
It's the worst of the riot, because calling it the best of the riot would be a lie. Radio U.
Now, I would not in any way, shape, or form want to take away from the Radio U Christmas channel, but even the best things in your life, sometimes you need a little break from them, right? Which is what your girlfriend said last week. I'm sure she's coming back. Don't worry about it.
No, she's not saying that before, the holidays. It's after.
What do you think?
Maybe through Valentine's.
Second week of January?
No, I'm thinking in February.
Well, you take a break from 2nd of January to mid-February, or 1st of February, you're back together, and then you go on a permanent break. But I'm sorry, where were we? You maybe need like a 5-minute break from the Radio U Christmas channel. And I want you to know the people at Hardees are here to fill in the gap for you.
So Hardees is a fast food place. Mm-hmm. And
Hardees and Carl's Jr.
It depends on which coast you're on and where you might find your state as home.
And how lucky you are.
What might you get?
Okay, so how about this, Nikki? You ever heard Biscuit Bells?
Biscuit Bells?
Yeah.
Is that a restaurant or just what we hear when you really want a biscuit? Oh, it's a Christmas song.
They got a whole Christmas album.
Of Biscuit Bells?
Well, it's more like an EP. It's 5 songs. It's Hardee's holiday album. And they said that these songs were made completely in the kitchen. using only things they could find in a Hardee's kitchen.
You'd be surprised what you can find. So they're like, look, I found this guitar.
This is Biscuit Bells. They've got up on the charbroiler, Chicken Tenderland.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Chicken Wait, here we go.
So this is, do you hear that sizzle? That kills off the bacteria.
Can you help me? Is it supposed to be Winter Wonderland? Is that what Chicken Tenderland is?
Na 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 na.
I actually don't know what that is. Oh, wait.
Hey Siri, what song is this? I don't think it'll even know.
Here we go. Deck the Halls from Scratch.
Yeah, that one you can tell.
There, got that one.
That's
and
good.
then how about this? 12 days of $5 All-Star meals.
Now that's a commercial.
There you go.
So Hardees and Carl's Jr. Here's your EP, which I wish we could give you, but it sounds like it's free.
Well, I have to ask a question. Do you think that SoundCloud quit counting their numbers? Because according to this, it's been out for 13 days and listened to 22 times.
No. That's it? Are they not promoting it?
That can't be right, is it? Is that right?
SoundCloud's had a tougher time. It's not exactly where I would think they'd put this out at, but I guess.
It is free.
Now you're at 23 because we're listening to it.
Now that you've taken this little break, you're ready to go back into the arms of the Radio U Christmas channel, found through the Radio U app or at RadioU.com.
Now that's been handcrafted with music from our Radio U bands of what we found in the Radio U studio.
And I'll tell you that if you feel like you would really like to listen to this Hardee's album, I did put a link to it on Radio U's Facebook page. So, for example, if you want to hear Biscuit Bells or Chicken Tenderland, which sounds delicious.
I want to be lost there.
The Riot.
Apparently, some of the less athletic types go nuts for this stuff.
Radio U.
All right, Nikki, I got a question for you. Your house is burning down, or maybe Radio U is burning down, whatever. What is the one thing that would get you to run back into the building?
To grab something?
Yeah, not a person. It's not a person.
Any pet.
Okay, no persons or pets. No live things.
No
this
live
is an
things?
object. What is the object that you would be willing to run back in and grab out of the house?
Well, I have a firebox at home in case something were to happen.
Well, that's what set this on fire.
It's not like that, but I keep everything in there, like, would be a pain in the butt to try to figure out to try to get again.
But you're talking about your insurance policy.
Well, different things, but like my pictures and everything, most of those are digital, so right. I don't think I'd necessarily go back in it for anything like that.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know if there's an answer. As long as it wasn't a human or animal, like that's who I'd go back in.
What is this, a lesson in what's really important?
No,
is that what you're trying to give us right now?
I'd go back in for my pets. I would.
Okay. Back in for your pets.
Or to try to stop the fire.
That's something they actually say you shouldn't do. You should just get out because you can't stop
everything.
it. Okay, all right. Well, Nikki, that's what your insurance is for.
No,
just get your firebox.
You don't want to go. You don't want to have to try to build all that back up.
Okay. Do you have loss of use insurance? I'm trying to figure out whether 2 years is enough or it should just be whatever.
So why are you saying? Is there something about what you're supposed to go back in?
There's video of a guy who supposedly in China ran back into a burning building and got his phone, and bro comes out straight up on fire.
Because he went in for his phone?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
He didn't
that would have already
phone.
been on me, so I would not need to go back in.
Nikki would have never gotten up from wherever she was. Oh, he's working for China Hookah Manufacturing Company.
Oh, that's crazy.
He looks like some 70s action movie and there's a man on fire coming out.
Like you don't even believe it. Whoa.
It doesn't seem real. It seems like a commercial for the iPhone or something.
And he's just walking around and his clothes are all burned off.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
For his phone?
You think his phone still works?
That's not that important.
You don't think so?
The question is, does he still work?
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
They took him to the hospital.
Oh, poor guy.
Stuff. But yeah, dude, he is seriously messed up for his phone. But it just made me think, is there anything I own that I would run back in to get?
The answer is no after seeing that.
Yeah, you see
do
that.
Not
you
want
don't really feel that. Like, I can't think of anything
Why are people rushing to help him?
Well,
That also feels like a real sad look at society.
Maybe they thought it was a stunt.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then finally someone comes with a fire extinguisher.
All right, how about this? if you saw me run back into the burning building.
Well, I try to stop you.
Right, but then if you didn't stop me, would you just be like, oh, well?
No, I would try to pat you out.
Okay.
And then I would try to make you roll.
Okay, this is after I'm coming out on fire.
Yeah, I would try to not get you in there.
It is kind of weird how everybody just stands around and watches him walk out of the building
but
completely
you see that
on fire.
With a lot of videos of like disaster stuff or like what's going on with this, and people are just standing there recording it and not caring about it.
Yeah.
How is his clothes are gone?
Yep.
They burned off.
Yep. So, I don't know. I just wanted to know. Does
No,
anybody,
I'm not.
Do you have something that you have to have? You should text me and tell me, 8772-RADIO-U. I think I just let it all burn. I've finally been unburdened.
Now you can start over
Give me
again.
the insurance settlement. I'm living in a tent.
Well, the question is it enough to cover like what you actually lost? That'd be the only problem.
I've been reading a lot about insurance, Nikki, and you need to look at a lot of things. Loss of use. You also need to look at full replacement value.
Even if you're in an apartment, you should always have maybe even renter's insurance.
And did you know that they don't always cover the replacement cost of your computer?
Actually,
Sometimes that's a separate policy.
Actually, they almost never, ever. If you think they're going to cover it, they're not. Not even your phone. Not even the clothes this man's wearing.
No,
Nothing is covered.
That's not true, Nikki. They will replace clothing, but you really, I don't know. I'm still reading about it.
We thought about selling the worst of the riot, but let's be honest, no one is buying this stuff. Get it for free on the Radio U app.
Your mood needs improved, Captain Neverwin. And I'm here with an article that is made up of the best kind of pseudoscience you can find on the internet.
Oh, we can't wait.
From the Department of Completely Made Up.
So what are they telling us? To be in a better mood.
All right, well, how old are you? They say if you're under 29, they consider you a young adult. And all you young adults should eat meat. And you should exercise.
For the best mood?
They
Why
say
do you have
that
to eat meat for that?
It improves your mood.
Okay.
It improves you. Now, if you're over 30, all you mature adults out there.
They say chicken.
Doesn't chicken count as meat?
Well, I don't think so. I think, are they meaning red meat or...
Oh, I'd like some red meat.
Whenever someone tells me meat, I think red meat.
You think red meat.
Yeah,
you don't think about chicken.
I don't think it like that falls in that category.
Okay. All right. So there's that. Mature adults, they say, should eat antioxidant-rich veggies to counterbalance all their stress. Oh, and you should avoid caffeine and sugar. Oh, wait, here's one more. Fun. Don't have fun.
So if you're over 29, bye-bye, because you get nothing.
No meat.
No, nothing. You get vegetables.
They want you to eat veggies and not have sugar and caffeine.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm really excited about mature adulthood. I suppose I'm not supposed to watch my cartoons anymore either.
Probably not, but just make sure you're eating enough meat now. You want to make sure those years count.
Yeah, I'll have some meat right now. You know, we're going to lunch today. Can you get meat at an Italian place? They're always wanting to shove chicken in there.
They do, but it's a pasta meat. It's a meat made out of pasta. It's a never-ending pasta meat bowl.
You know what? This morning I woke up thinking of all the jokes I want to tell your dad about how the pasta is gluten-free. I'm having lunch with Nikki's dad today, and we're going to have gluten. He's gluten-free. We're going to a pasta place.
Maybe he won't be there for that portion.
That's like taking a vegetarian to one of those Brazilian barbecues.
Yeah, the steakhouses.
You're like, you're going to love it here. Everything they have is meat all the time. All the stuff you eat.
I love the Brazilian steakhouses, too, because, you know, a lot of times if you are...
We should do that. Let's go to a Brazilian steakhouse.
If you're a vegetarian, perhaps you might be someone who falls under the you like more peaceful category sort of thing. So then you go to a Brazilian place where it's not just steak, but it's served on a sword. It's like very violent.
I love that.
Very, very violent.
Why don't we go do that? I've never done that. Chris did that one time. Chris does everything fun. I probably need more meat. See, can't
we do anything fun?
I'm getting a little down.
Well, maybe we'll go for Christmas.
I need some meat and exercise.
Are we going to a buffet for Christmas? Are we doing Christmas buffet?
I don't know. Depends. Does anybody want to test their intestinal fortitude right before the holidays?
Well, I was hoping to get something. That way you lose the weight before you get to Christmas.
Do you know, we
can't eat anything.
We haven't buffet clubbed. Wait, okay.
When did we go to a buffet last time?
Here's the thing, Nikki.
That's because someone... I thought died at one, wasn't it? Or no, they got shot. It wasn't us.
They didn't die. They did get shot, and it wasn't our location.
It was just a place we'd always go.
Yeah.
By always, I mean twice a year.
And by twice a year, and there she means the Golden Corral. But in fairness, it has an Old West vibe. So, I mean,
The OK Corral.
somebody
All right,
seems to
well,
think it's okay. Maybe we should go for wings.
Just stop. Well, we just adding more things into it. We need to decide what we want to do for Christmas. Do
Nikki,
you want Brazilian? Do you want wings?
I don't know if I can afford to eat Brazilian. It's
Do you want
expensive.
buffet? We're having pasta today.
All right, pasta. What goes good with pasta? Meat and exercise?
Sounds good.
That's what this article
If
of
you're a
completely
young
made up facts
person,
made.
For young people.
Oh, perhaps I'll have the salad. And could you do me a favor? Could you remove sugar from everything you have and feed me that?
I want to act like I'm over 29 today.
I'm trying to be what they call a mature adult.
I know. You hate the Riot. Why are they on the radio?
Stupid. Yeah.
Honestly, we can't trust them with anything else. It's the Riot on Radio U.
Nikki, I need to have a quasi-awkward conversation with you, but I feel
Bring it on.
But it has a lot of levels, so I'm going to need your help here. I want to join your family.
You do?
I do.
Well, you are family already.
I know, but here's the thing.
Officially, though?
I've got to figure out how to get your parents to adopt me, but my mom not find out because she would be deeply hurt about it.
Of course,
she
I
would
agree.
be deeply hurt, and who wants to hurt their mom's feelings? Well, you're a jerk. Stop it.
So
okay?
why do you want that, though?
Well, for two reasons. Earlier, we were talking about a Christmas party Nikki got invited to. It's family only, so it's cool. I stayed home, and sounds like the gifts were pretty good. Okay, so there's that. But, I can get over that. It's fine.
You have your own parties.
It's fine. But then, I'm just like, well, haven't checked out Twitter in a while. I'll check Twitter, and look here. Here's a cupcake that your mom brought you yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the reindeer cupcake.
It's a reindeer cupcake.
Isn't it so cute?
It's so cute, I can't eat it.
I have 2 of them, and I haven't eaten any yet. I should have brought you one today.
Yeah, should. That word always gets us, doesn't it?
I forgot. I really should have.
Did
Maybe
you
I'll
get
bring
it done?
tomorrow.
I should have.
I can bring it tomorrow if you'll eat it.
Did you remember to sign the adoption papers? I should have. Did you make room for Obadiah in maybe an upstairs bedroom?
Is that
I should have.
So wait,
I was going to.
If you were my brother, if you were really a part of the family, you think my mom would then bring you cupcakes too?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why? Because your mom is fair.
Yeah, she's fair and balanced with it.
And to be clear, I'm not a member in the family, but look at the nice things she's brought me. She brought me some nutty bars.
And she brought you the egg roll, or the egg roll. That'd be nice.
I think
the eggnog rolls.
I think the word is share. Like she's getting so you and I can share for the show.
Yeah, so even if I'm still here.
Right. So, we're sharing. If I wasn't sitting here with you, probably not getting that.
I will bring you one of the reindeers tomorrow.
It's fine. It's not about that. Okay. It's about.
It seems like it is.
Well, it is,
but
and it's
you
not.
want
But
to get
I want to
one
be
in the first delivery round.
I want to
wanna be there too?
adopted. I want to be a part of.
She always brings me sparkling water too.
No, I don't want that.
You don't want that?
No. But I want to be a part of everything.
Okay.
All right. I want to be there for Thanksgiving, or I want to be there for Christmas.
For Christmas.
I do. And
well,
I don't want it to be awkward like, we're having family Christmas. Why are you here? I want it to be, hey, we're having family Christmas.
Of course, Obie's here.
Are you here yet? We're waiting on you.
I gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, if you want a reindeer cupcake, though, for now, because obviously we can't do any more than that, we can
After the first of the year.
I can bring that in for you if you want.
It's fine.
It's so cute. It's got little pretzel ears.
Yeah.
Little reindeer nose.
Hey, you know what, Nikki? Earlier, I got a paper cut, so could you hand me that salt for just a second?
Oh, to rub it in.
Why don't you just go ahead? I'll put my hand out. I'll let you do it. You just go ahead and rub back and forth.
My mom has
deep down in the cut.
I appreciate my mom. She has follow through. Not only did she send me a picture when she was grocery shopping of the reindeer cupcakes, but then when I saw her next, she had them for me. So my mom has some great follow through.
That's great.
So
that's great. I appreciate that.
Well, let's see what happens tomorrow if anything appears.
Okay.
Maybe with 8 tiny reindeer.
Just one.
Or just one.
Just one.
One Rudolph cupcake coming up.
Yeah, and again, like I said, no, we're not going to tell my mom. Like, she doesn't need to know. This is, and if she hears this, Mom, this is just about getting stuff. Okay?
That's all this is.
This is just about me getting...
This is selfish.
Tell me that you would not abdicate the throne and go straight to cupcakes. Everybody's going to do that.
True.
I mean, come on.
And my
right?
mom is always great with that.
It's fine. I don't even like cupcakes. I hate them. And I hate reindeer. And I hate Christmas.
Would you eat it if I bring it in? I wasn't sure if it was on the, like, hey, this is great list. This would be good.
I'm not eating it. You know what, Nikki? Tomorrow I'll be, I'm gluten-free. So today I'm breaking all my gluten rules. I'm having some pasta.
This is cheat day today?
Yeah, so tomorrow I got to get back on the horse. It'll be...
back on the reindeer.
Stuff that reindeer eats. That's what I'll be eating tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the Radio U network through the Radio U app or at riot.radiou.com.
When I was your age, we ate chocolate. We didn't shove it up our noses.